If you're trying to last longer during sex so you can fully satisfy your partner, there's one pattern that could actually be making you ejaculate even faster. And the worst part is, most men have absolutely no idea they're doing it. I used to do it every single time I had sex. But once I stopped, lasting longer became so much easier. And the crazy thing is, it starts way before sex even happens. Think about your life for a second. Are you constantly on the go, always in your head, trying to do 2 or 3 things at once? You're eating while you're answering emails, you're driving and listening to a podcast. You're in one conversation while thinking about the next thing you have to do. Always trying to optimize every minute of your day and be as efficient as possible. And this might serve you very well at work, but here's what most men don't realize. When you spend your entire day rushing from one thing to the next, tense, stressed, and stuck in your head, you're constantly practicing urgency instead of presence. Even when you finally have time to relax, your mind doesn't. Even when you have nowhere to be, you're still rushing. And over time, that go, go, go mindset stops being something you do and starts becoming your default. And when stress becomes your default, it starts showing up in places you really don't want it to. One of the biggest places this pattern shows up is in the way you masturbate. Think about it. When you masturbate, are you actually trying to enjoy the experience? Or are you trying to get to ejaculation as quickly as possible? For most men, it's that exact same go, go, go mindset showing up again. You've been stressed all day, your nervous system has been activated for hours. Now you finally have a few minutes to be with yourself, and you reach for the fastest path to arousal, porn and fantasy. And we use it because it's by far the most efficient way to get hard and ejaculate as quickly as possible. But that's exactly the problem. Your brain doesn't know the difference between practice and the real thing. It only knows what you've repeated hundreds or even thousands of times. Every time you masturbate this way, not only are you teaching your brain and body that arousal is something to rush and accelerate, but you're also teaching your nervous system that ejaculation is the go-to mechanism to alleviate stress. And here's where this pattern really starts to sabotage you and your sex life. Since your nervous system learns through repetition, you don't just leave this pattern behind when you're with your partner. You bring it straight into the bedroom. And you do something that almost every man with premature ejaculation does without even realizing it. You stop having sex with your body and you start having sex inside your head. Let me explain. Most men think they only use fantasy with porn or during masturbation, but what they don't realize is they're also fantasizing during sex as well. Not necessarily about another woman, not even about porn. You're fantasizing about what's going to happen next. Your partner starts kissing your neck, but in your mind, she's already giving you oral sex. Then you start pleasuring her, and your mind is already racing towards her orgasm and your ejaculation. So your body's in one moment, but your mind is 3 steps ahead. And every time you mentally skip ahead in fantasy, you're adding stimulation that isn't even happening yet. Your body is experiencing one level of arousal while your imagination is taking you to the edge of ejaculation. And when you do this, it becomes very difficult to stay in control. The next time you're with your partner, notice where your mind goes. Every time you catch yourself mentally skipping ahead, bring your attention back to the sensations you're actually experiencing in your body. Allow your partner to gradually build up your arousal instead of accelerating it with your imagination. That one shift alone can completely change the way you experience sex. But learning to stop rushing your arousal with fantasy is just one piece to the puzzle. And I only know this because I lived it. I struggled with PE and performance anxiety for over 15 years. But once I learned how to work with my nervous system instead of against it, it changed my sex life forever. Now, if you want to know exactly what helped me go from not lasting 1 minute to being able to last over 20 minutes plus, watch this next video here. It dives much deeper into how to cure your premature ejaculation so you can completely transform your sex life.